for this Kalia to take advantage of you. If you're low, the cleanup squad is expected to be this Fanny, and they don't have much of an answer for it from the side of the Corinthians. This has been set up very nicely by Rio Solo, and they go for the Edith at the very end, so a very standardized comp from the Corinthians.
Yep, some CC as well as a way to handle the Phovias.
At least for Frost and Louise, once they hit level 4 and onwards, then it becomes an easier time. But this is on the assumption that they were on opposite sides of the map, right? This Harith, he doesn't mind. Oh, hold on.
Okay. Pluto already has to pop the flicker, so this is just control for the turtle. They'll get that. Knowing too that that purple buff was up, and Undoru just went to go for that. So they're going to trade it. So it is a first turtle in the hands of Corinthians. Again, economically, it's not too much, you know, pretty much even still across the board. And each team, now that they get the level 4s available, they're going to put the gas to the pedal here. They're going to find the knockup on the Earth Shatter. They'll find Endoru first blood already. Still going to be going for more. Looking for Boulevard. Boulevard so low. It's a double for Flick. Does he get it? No, he doesn't get the triple, but that's 3 kills. Still for more. Bad up all by himself. Is he going to be able to get anybody? No, he doesn't. Corinthians.
Salmon Force right on top of Super Gorka. Oh no.
That's a nice Abyssal Arrow. It's going to be able to find Hesu. He still has the Primal Wrath. There's the Tsunami Slam though. He's going to force to fight anyway, ignoring the turtle. They're separated from each other. Andoru quite low. Has to get out the flick. Will pick up Pluto and the turtle off of it. Again, as Hesu will also find one. And that's a couple kills in the hands of Corinthians and the second turtle. So they continue to win these fights.
There is the timing of the Tsunami Slam for holding them over the air, all of which Louise can just use the AOG.
Okay, they're going to force a fight anyway. Pluto quite low. He'll actually go down from Hesu, picking up a kill again. And that's what I was saying, man, that you got to respect the damage that comes through. And they don't. They're forced off this. There's some cutting happening here on the bottom side. That's what Andoru's forced to do. Third turtle's up. Flick's going to go ahead and join up, force him off of that turret. But now with the objective up, we're going to see Corinthians take the tier 1 up top and make their way for the turtle.
Flick, he's starting to get a little low on his mana here. He's got to be careful, right? Especially if a fight breaks out in a big fight, in a matter of fact. Despite having the purple buff, things could get a little dicey.
Hesu going to go in again. It goes in with the onward Earth Shatter. Forces them away from the fight. So Flick's going to go for Phantom Execution into the Thorn Arrows. Will find Pluto. 3 for 3 for the Turtles. Virtus.pro can't find anything right now, Gideon. It's crazy because he's been everywhere. He's been in all these fights too. And, you know, again, you kind of forget about the Edith sometimes. When we get through the drafts, it's kind of like, man, a lot of teams don't like to pick it right now, but when it does, it usually performs pretty well. And so this has been a great start. In this case, no, because you don't want to fall too far behind, and you're already, as a team, quite behind.
Yeah, and I think the worst part about it is that Andoru recognizes that his item build reflects it. He got a Fury Hammer, but he decided to complete the War Axe first. He's even... Ooh. Virtus.pro, with the way that they're playing, they're looking closer to DFYG yesterday.
Yeah. And this could be a good position. Hesu's not going to land that one that he was looking for, so he's going to get punished. Tsunami Slam, but the AOG in the backside. They're going to force the fight into the jungle. And Dorio cabling forward. They want to get space for this Lord take. They might have just done that as Corinthians. Stays together. They get the Lord. Does VP back off here? An arrow's going to land on Hesu, but Luis waiting patiently. Pop the Revitalize. They're going to punish it anyway. It's Babcock that goes down. They chose to fight, but they get punished.
What is happening? What is happening right now? I don't know. I really don't know. Again, this composition is kind of weird for the side of Virtus.pro. They needed to execute hard, but they keep on fighting during neutral objectives when they didn't have to, right? Second turtle, I mean, why? First turtle, I totally understand. Give that up. Look for a side lane advantage. But then second turtle, they fight. Then even third turtle, they fight, even though they were already down. But the anti-heal is coming from another side of the map. And even if I do decide to... Oh my god. Oh, they got him!
Hey, you can't escape that one, I guess.
Oh man, Hesu, he still has it, right? He's got the mechanics. That's why he's an absolute beast when he made his transition over to MPL Latam. He knows how to track down cables.
That was a great communication on to catch Andoru. You know, you don't see that too often, but that's also why the Edith works great here. So now, off of that, they're just going to get themselves this Lord, and they'll get ready for Corinthians to push towards the base of VP. So that won't be popped. He still has the Prime Wrath. He's playing on the line, though, basically. You know, even with Immortality. So they get the tier 2. Dominant Force dropped down. And Lord still making its way. So I think the main goal here for them, even with this lead, almost 10,000 gold, is just to take these tier 2s out and get ready to try to make a play into this. But surprisingly enough, VP will keep them out of the jungle.
It's just really difficult because he can't be the first person.
Oh, he gets unbreakable. Okay, he's fine that one. If Hesu was around, maybe not.
Maybe not. I'm pretty sure he's got the tough boots as well, but the gold lead is clear.
They want to fight. Tsunami Slam on Flick. Thorn Rose, he gets out with the execute. He actually gets a kill with it, but finally Andoru comes in to join the fight. Are they going to be looking for more? The beacon already dropped. They have to go back to base. Boulevard is there. They're going to drop down. The rest of the team, they're going to go for it anyway. Andoru's jumping in, cabling on through. Gets a couple members low here, and Abyssal Arrow will land. They decide to fight anyway. This is a great chance for them to turn it around. Andoru goes in, picks up one. Hesu falls. This is a ton of gold going in the hands of VP. And now Luis is next. Super Gorka picks up a double kill. What a fight for VP.
Beautifully played by Virtus.pro. Definitely a very scary moment for Andoru because he was thinking, should I commit to get... Wait, hold on.
Oh,
does he want to... Oh! He finds it as well!
He just Beybladed all over.
He just let it rip. It all started with Flick dying, right? The first kill forced Virtus.pro. Unfortunately for them, oh my goodness, are they actually going to commit? No.
They want this turret so bad. They're staying here. Tsunami Slam on Flick. He'll defensively use that Phantom Execution, but man, talk about a turn around for Virtus.pro. Off of all of that, they diminished the 10K gold lead that Corinthians had over the next Lord here. And Andoru, all by himself, he's going to deal with some damage. Can he actually go 1v2? Oh, Flick will kill Andoru, so now VP's forced to get off of the Lord here. I'm not sure what the game plan there was from Andoru.
But why? I think he knew that Flick was going to use the Phantom Execution, just not sure when.
Tsunami Slam again. They're just going to go fight it out. Dominant Force already dropped down. They're forcing him back. Boulevard picks up Hesu, but still Flick dodges the arrow. He's just going to go for the Lord, and Upa will secure it. But still fighting Pluto. He's taking the brunt of the damage. It's a double for Upa TZ as Corinthians find themselves back into this game.
Oh my goodness. If we can have a slow-mo of that Lord take. Oh no.
He's going to get the mortality. Bad caught. Going to be gone. And under the base turret, Flick jumps on in. See if VP can defend against this to stay in the game as Corinthians, after losing a 10K gold deficit or gold lead, now they're marching into the base already, dealing with it as Pluto's going to be gone. Andoru swinging on around, but the Lord is still healthy as Corinthians decide to fight out, but they're so low anyway. Super Gorka still going to be alive, and Andoru, Flick is gone. The fight is breaking out. The Lord finally goes down. Can they end it here? They're going to lock onto the base, and they will, as Corinthians slowly but surely will win game one.
You have to fight. You have to go for this team fight around the lures and the other things. And again, I agree with Gideon. There are opportunities for them to make the draft even easier.
Why not?
That's a little too complicated.
Hey, that's very complicated, bro.
Oh,
We'll go
no.
to
You attack while you're moving, bro.
It's like, oh, you could press one button compared to pressing 3 different buttons in the same cycle, plus weaving auto attacks in.
I feel like this is Wild West up here, basically, at this point.
Oh yeah, most people. I mean, the Corinthians are trying to force the Matrix on top of him, but Hesu, that was some trouble. Oh,
Hesu, pretty tanky though. He's gonna be fine. Takes up a lot of it. Turtle at half health. Flick's gonna go ahead and jump in, and they go for it. Boulevard hits the turtle, and now the fight still going to be breaking out. Infernal Pursuit there, and they find Flick as he falls as well. The trade, though, the 1-for-1, but the objective goes to VP.
It's a bit of a mistake, a little bit of a mistake, I'm not going to lie, from, no, Flick,
that is danger.
He's so greedy. He's dead.
No, wait, no, he gets, wow, I'm surprised. Flick decided to stay that low. A great play and initiation. Can they actually go ahead and take this buff and maybe more for Virtus.pro? They go for the purple, now jumping back in. That's what they wanted. They'll back off. That's really bad for Flick. But now they just face each other off. They're going to go for a little bit of a reset here.
They're going to try for the reset. Some decent ultimates are out. No Phantom Execution. Good arrow from Frost. But Luis, he still has the game changer. He still has the EOG, and he's about to come into within range of that turtle.
Yeah, he's trying to make his way here. Fight already breaking out. Abyssal Arrow's going to be able to find the mark, and they get bad caught. There's the jump in, and Dora will get the turtle. Now they're trying to disengage from this as they lost a 2 in the fight.
They're trying to fight back. Oh, a good arrow again. Now forcing Boulevard all very early on, but this does mean that Upa is finally unlocked. Wait, hold on, the mid lane. Oh my god! Whoa. The solo kill! Flick, he's dead again!
Man, Flick needs some help here. He's also just gonna lose the purple buff, and Doryu for punishment, jumps in under the tier 1, does some damage here. Upatizi there to help him out, pops the beats, but now Luis gonna go ahead and keep Endoryu at bay. I think if Luis didn't make it in time, that was looking like Endoryu wanted to go under the turret. Okay, pops the beats. Upa firing off back. Luis jumps in with the Unbreakable. Not gonna be able to find the top, but here comes Pluto. Goes in, finds Upa, flickers forward, pops a Revitalize from Luis, but not enough to heal him. And Pluto gets away with a sliver of health. A good play from Virtus.pro there. Early for Super Igorka, so he's gonna have some of that extra range now to work with here. It's going to be great for him as he's looking to work with this space. Has 2 flickers forward, forcing the fight. There's the response. Upatizi's in trouble, and Doru picks up the kill off of it. And now Luis in trouble as well. They're split up AOG defensively, but Badcock doesn't care. Jumps on in, a dark wave to follow. Flick has to go back to base, but Bulbert goes down from Hesu. Hesu still running away as Super Igorka is hunting him down. Meanwhile, up here in the mid lane, they're still fighting it out. Pluto backs off, and now the turtle could be for the taking.
They do. And here's the big thing, right? Because this is where we see the difference of mid laners. Oh man, Flick is going to chunk that, and Doryu is just so far ahead. 3 levels ahead. They've been giving him a whole ton of farm.
And meanwhile, in the mid lane, while they deal with Endoryu, he's still up there too. 1v2ing, almost gets Flick. Now the mid lane turret gonna fall. So this is just how confident.
Wow, he only just has the Holy Crystal, right? So again, he's getting a decent amount of spell vamp regardless. Either or, we need to see how this is going to play out even further, because the information from Frost is not good enough. A little more accurate than Bobber when it comes down to hitting those arrows. But for now, with the power spike to Super Igorka, it should be pretty free for them.
Oh, so quick. Hesu gonna get dragged and then into the wall. Fist crack, fist break. Hesu falls. Not sure what the idea was there. You know, he was trying to give him maybe information like, hey, the Lord's being taken. But so he falls, and now Virtus.pro in a great position to go ahead and start marching towards the base of Corinthians here. They've got such a good lead. And this is maybe now the time when we get to see Super Igorka pop off. You know, he's been waiting the whole game. They're just going to force him off the tier 2. So the Lord finally makes its way here down to the bottom side. Corinthians will have to go ahead and deal with this. The charge through. Not sure if they're still going to force the fight. Oh, they jump in anyway. Pluto not able to find that connection that he was looking for, but ultimately they get the base turret. I think they're going to be happy with that off of this. Now ballooning the lead up 8,000 gold here. They'll get the last tier 2 up the top. Another shield's going to pop in the mid. But Corinthians will go ahead and clear things out.
Honestly, really great response to the conceal from the side of Corinthians. Luis immediately got in front of Pluto, but now with no holy shieldings whatsoever, the wave clear is okay for the side of the Corinthians, but it's going to come to a point where really nobody can do it effectively, right?
So quickly, because there was a radiant armor for Hesu, but now you got to worry about the physical damage here from Super Igorka. You can already see it. Pressure going to be here. He might get caught out. Flickers on out. So Hesu once again dealing with the pressure. Unbreakable going to be used, but the beats are popped. And Doru, is he going to be in trouble?
Wow.
The Desanata. Frost won't be able to land that arrow, and now has to flicker out himself. The fight around this side of the jungle again, and now the Lord is up here. I don't think you want to be here, Corinthians, because you don't have battle spells. 2 flickers are down. No Revitalize. They might be playing a little bit too close to the line here. Conceal's going to be used. Even at half health, they want to jump in, but they're zoned out because of Boulevard. So they're forced back to the base, and they're just going to have to defend. That wave up bottom is pushed in too. So we'll see how they play out this defense here. That's the question. Do they have enough items, enough defensiveness too?
I feel like they can force the scenario on to Corinthians. How they're going to do it, they first need to get Super Igorka in position.
It's Pluto that goes in. He's able to find multiple members with that setup, and they just collapse down from Pluto. Virtus.pro waited for the moment. They found it. Hesu all alone isn't going to be enough here, and Virtus.pro will make it happen. They'll make a statement in Game 2 as we head on over to our last and final Game 3.
Nicely played by VP. Coming into the mid game, where he started to lose space, started to lose his structures, he didn't feel confident enough to walk up and search for information. And honestly, there probably wasn't a need to, considering that every time he did, Endoryu shows up. A Bobber's face on this Kimi, I'm mean, like, yes, it's going to suck for a little bit, but at least you have Pluto to kind of peel for you. So now, it just, as long as you don't lose 50% of your HP as well as your rejuvenate, you should be okay. I say should because anything can happen right now. Pull yourself together. Yes, you get a bunch of assists, but that only helps for your battle spell and active items. And in this case, I don't see a reason to get too many active items other than Winter Crown, but that's even late game, right? So that just means it's the Flicker.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, I think it's just a Flicker, but right now, up on the top side, first blood for Endoryu. And Flick will go ahead and get a kill himself. Pluto goes down. There's the traction pulse, but Flick just hops on over. He's going to be fine. Luis takes a couple shots, but a trade, though, 1-for-1. Yeah, he'll go ahead and secure that. I'm wondering if they just look at this. Look at the positioning. They're going to be able to actually find Flick here. Flick trying to get away. Does have to pop the Retribution, but Endoryu cut off from that. Good thing Frost was there. So when Flick doesn't go down, but this is a clear sign that can start up the turtle. No Retribution for Endoryu as well, but they have full control of it. So Hesu just going to have to force himself off of here. The objective going over to Virtus.pro. This is what we've seen time and time again throughout the series. Either of these teams are looking for plays, or whether in the gold or even on the jungle, and they've set up for things. Bad call should be fine here. Flick is here, though. He puts enough pressure. Gonna jump in, even with a vengeance. Takes a shot from the turret, but Flick will survive. Good thing for the vengeance there.
Oh my goodness, the brave smite kicked in time, but Hesu says no, flickers forward, punches Bad Cotton in the face, saying no, you don't get away like that. I will not waste Flick's time. Ubatizi, again, he's trying to chase back, but wait, hold on.
They're gonna force it anyway. Luis will be in trouble, quite low, but Frost was there with a Thunder Airstrike to keep them from going further. Does Flick want more? He's gonna get thrown in from Pluto. We'll go ahead and force Flick off. So some extra damage, of course, going to this turret. Should be a turret down. As you can see, the rotation's already happening for this turtle to come up.
Yeah, this is such a bad habit coming in from Corinthians. And I mean, Virtus.pro is also guilty of making the same move of calling their EXP lane super early.
Conceal's going to be used. Feathered Airstrike. Pluto goes in. Nice flicker from Frosto to avoid it. Still fighting for that turtle. The Zaman Force was dropped as well. They zone him out. Flick will get the objective, and they might just back off. But meanwhile, the buff was taken as well for Endoryu. Takes the purple from Flick.
And I say it's a bad habit because both sides aren't really looking to take this turn. Oh, whoa! Endoryu makes an attempt, but he's going to take a couple of shots, and yeah.
Here, just can use that traction pulse if he has to. That's the conceal they're going to go for their own play. Now Upa doesn't have a flicker, gets caught in, and he gets burned on down. Bad Cop picking up the kill on that one. They knew the timings of the flicker. They punished it for it as well, and Pluto will go ahead and zone them on out. Fist crack, fist break combination going to be used, but it's Hesu. He's so tanky that he's not going to be able to go down. So Virtus.pro gets something, though. They get a kill on the turret.
Because as long as we see the heavy crossbow available for Super Igorka, then Virtus.pro has a reason to go in. Until he gets 3, maybe even 4 items, then sure, he can go in and out of the fight without caring too much of whether or not he has that all. But for now, he is all dependent.
Oh, Pluto got the... He got the orange.
He did. And he's making Flick know, regretting his life choices right now.
Oh, that's tough. Gonna find a setup in the jungle. Burn out the flicker. They're gonna force the fight anyway. Super Igorka has to go ahead. Heavy crossbowing out. Trying to get space from Hesu. Hesu still on the chase. He'll find him anyway. They lose their gold laner, but VP still wants to fight as Hesu falls. And Flick can't really join this fight here. A lot of these moments he's been going 1v1 with Endoryu, and now you kind of have to respect some of that damage a little bit more. Luis taking some damage here under the tier 1. He's already gone, and Frost has to flicker on out. He's got the burn on Hesu, going to be in trouble next as Virtus.pro. Endoryu goes under the base turret to clean it up anyway. And now Upa in trouble. Pluto will go ahead, lead the charge here. A couple shots from Super Igorka, but VP finds more.
Beautifully done by Endoryu here. Flick, he can try to make this a solo kill, but I don't see it happening. Endoryu still has maximum stacks on that War Axe, and now has completed the Brute Force breastplate. They should start making their way over to the Lord, but whoever's low, they need to reset.
We see that the Dragon Spear now picked up too for Super Igorka. They've got control of this Lord, at least for now. But I think they still respect what Corinthians lineup can do, the damage potential, and even Hesu. He's going to go ahead and jump into the Dark Wave right on Boulevard. Boulevard in trouble, and Doru will secure the Lord, but look at the backside. They are able to find Frost. Frost out of the picture, and Super Igorka unleashing on Upatizi. He has the drive-by, he gets the kill, but Flick will take him out as well. The 3-for-2 trade, and now Virtus.pro looking for a little bit more as the Lord makes its way down mid.
Good trade, 2 for 3, an inhibitor turn before the Lord even arrives, and now Luis is trying his best, but it's not gonna be enough.
It's only Flick. Flick's all left alone. Can they actually end the game here? The Lord is there. Half health on the base, and Doru's gonna focus it out, but the waves are cleared, and Flick will delay the Lord as much as possible. Right now, the rest of the members are up. Can Virtus.pro get any more? They still might have to work through it. They clear the minions the best they can, and Upa will drop it down. But Virtus.pro, they just go for the turrets now.
Yeah, and Doru, he's got some fingers, right? He's dodging a lot of key abilities, and they're just farming them underneath their base.
This might be it here, and Doru just gonna lock into the base, and that's it! The wildcard champions will send home Latam's champions here today in Game 3.